Hey gang, Sean here with Sean and Don Ventures. So I wanted to give you guys an update on our Rebel purchasing journey through Lichtsinn RV, and why at this point I think if you are planning on ordering an RV or a van from Lichtsinn and they don't have it on their lot, why I would caution you to possibly not buy from them at this time. If you want to go back and see the entire process of how this has unfolded for us, you can go ahead and look at our channel and find our playlist there, our Rebel buying journey through Lichtsinn RV. You can get the background on it. That's not what our channel is really about and our hope for the channel, but we have our entire experience, our entire life experience is on our channel right now. So a couple things here. We ordered our van. It was finalized at the end of March of 2021. As we sit right now, it is December 28th, 2021. Originally, my van was supposed to be delivered in July or August, but because of supply chain issues and everything, it has gotten severely delayed. Meanwhile, throughout the industry, if you follow groups, if you're interested in a Rebel specifically, and you're in the Facebook groups, you realize a lot of people are realizing the Rebel experience. They're getting their vans early, much earlier than mine, much earlier than mine. And so I'm usually a very optimistic individual, but this journey with them has made me very pessimistic and not trusting them of their word on things. And I also kind of believe we own two small businesses, and I believe you always try to do what's right for the customers as a small business or any business. That's what you should do. But I feel like during COVID, we kind of see what people's true colors may or may not be. It's not cut and dry if that's an accurate statement or not, but I think that it highlights individuals' true colors. And I'm like one that tries to give grace, like, let me give grace to you on this. But my grace has basically run thin on this and out with them. That said, the people I talk to are nice. It's just the process and the lack of transparency and what I feel is more of a trap for things. So their process is like you put a down payment, so it's $5,000 down, and then they usually funnel you into a post-sales process. And I'll kind of post this here where you can buy on some add-ons. And so not only did I put my $5,000 down, I think I spent like an extra, $13,000 on some add-ons that I knew I wanted because I've done my research on this, and I paid for them. They had them shipped 1 month after I placed my initial order, thinking, hey, you know what, they're going to have my van at summertime and I can use it there. The reason I originally went with them is because they were so close to Winnebago that I figured they had the best experience. I think they're touted as like the largest Winnebago dealer out there, if not one of the largest. So I figured like what they would know their process better than anyone, or seemingly you would think they would, bigger than anyone. And I really like their post-delivery process to where you can go there and you can boondock and you can work through things and test it out. Knowing that was going to be in the summer, I'm like, right on. I can get there, I can test it all out and use it. Now they're telling me, so I bought in March, now they're telling me that I'll probably see my van sometime in February, but that's not even guaranteed. I don't even have a VIN number yet. And so sometime in February. In Iowa in February is not going to allow me to really boondock there and test the van. I know the Rebel is touted as a 4-season van, but all the Rebel owners will tell you out there, if it's freezing temperatures, you may get 1 day without your pipes bursting, but you're not going to get 2 or 3 days, is what I've seen at least, and without some major re-insulating of some pipes and being very protective of that. So I'm not going to be able to go down to Iowa in February and really test every component of this van. Unless, of course, they put me in some sort of indoor space, which I don't believe they do, because I've kind of looked at their videos and see what they're doing, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe that's what they're going to do there. They're also supposed to reach out to you every week and give you an update, and that did occur in the beginning. So back when I first bought my van, I was getting those weekly updates. I was like, this place is awesome. Come around summertime, those updates have stopped. They're like once a month, once every 2 months now. And oftentimes I have to reach out and say, where are we at with this? And what really bothers me about this is that, life is short. I've seen so many people that I know in the last year, not because of COVID, but people I know or acquaintances who've just passed on suddenly. And I think with COVID, so many of us who work so much have realized we really have to find balance, and we see that van as one way of finding some balance to find ourselves. And with life being short, we want to realize that as soon as possible, right? We want to get out there and start really, really finding that balance in our why in the world. So it's important to us because there is no guarantees. There's no guarantees that I'm going to get my van. Something could happen to me. God forbid. I hope that doesn't happen, but something could, right? And so there's no guarantees there. So the other thing that kind of irked me, and technically they're allowed to do this per their contract, is that they've guaranteed my pricing that I bought, but they guarantee, that the Winnebago actually changed their pricing, and they were like, hey, you know what, we're going to guarantee your pricing. Well, I know in your contract you say you can up it, but everyone I've been talking to at other areas have been getting vans but that they bought later after the Winnebago price, and they're paying right in line with what I'm paying right now. So what's the savings? I feel like that you have a margin and you're just sitting it there. Meanwhile, I think in the RV world, they're probably having their best years ever, right? They've sold everything. Now they might be stressed out because they can't get any more inventory in, but before that they were living high on the hog trying to get stuff in there. And so I've learned a lot going through this process. I'm just trying to share this with you people. When I get there, I'm going to document that process too. And my sales rep there keeps on telling me that, we're going to blow you away in post-delivery. And they may do that. And I really hope they do. And if they do, I'll tell you. But right now they rate as an F, in my opinion. And if you blow me away in post-delivery, you're probably the highest you're going to get is a C total grade out of me, which is still not a winning, right? No one wants to be average in this industry there. So if you are looking to buy a Revel specifically, I've heard really good things about National RV Center. They will give you back your $5,000 if you find it, no questions asked. In fact, the person that kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back was this individual, and I'll kind of post this, who bought their van, placed their order the exact same day I did. The exact same day. 2 big RV centers here. They have their van now. They got it, I think, last week. And that seems reasonable to me. Everyone's like, okay, that seems like a reasonable timeline. Mine is still February, and you're right next to the factory. You're a mile away. So what happened? Why did they get theirs? You can't tell me that they had all these pre-inventory orders coming in and that all of a sudden buyers backed out. That ended a long time ago. People aren't backing out right now, especially if they have locked in pricing, because people, which is kind of annoying to me, are jumping online and trying to flip these for a higher price. But you can actually get a better price right now buying from a dealership than you can buying used from an individual in almost all cases right there. So I heard a lot of good things about National RV in general, and I actually thought about using them. Their price point was the same thing for me, but for all the other reasons, I stuck with Lichtsinn. For Revel specific, also, I heard Lewis RV in Dayton, Ohio, actually does a really good job. Small chain, but they get them in quickly and they get them to you quickly. So I've heard really good things about that. Once again, I'm really excited to get the van. I know people are super eager for these type of things, and I just want to caution that because it has been disappointing to me. The process has been disappointing to me. So if you are looking for a van, I would highly recommend looking for a place that will guarantee you your refund back, no questions asked, if you find it at another location, at a minimum there. A little bit more about our channel. So if you liked all this, God, I don't know why you would. This is doom and gloom, but that's not normally what our channel is. But if you like this, found this information, please like and subscribe. What our channel is really about is just documenting our family's journeys getting outside in the Pacific Northwest and experiencing, hoping sharing some ideas and motivation to get you out there. We've been doing a lot of this overlanding. In fact, all our kids, now we have 5 kids, are all getting into it. So we're going to start documenting their process of kitting out their vehicles and buying the right gear and their experiences with us. So if that's something that interests you and you just want something wholesome to watch on YouTube, once again, consider liking and subscribing for this. And if you do have your van, you're one lucky person. Get out there and enjoy it and have fun with it. And one day I'll see you out there. Bye, all.